Task number 7, heartworm antigen test. Today I'm going to be performing this on Kahlua, an 8-month-old female spayed Greater Swiss Mountain Dog. I've got her EDTA anticoagulated whole blood here. I'm going to be using a Snap 40X Plus to perform my antigen heartworm test. So we're going to also be testing for 2 different forms of anaplasmosis, 2 different forms of Ehrlichia, Lyme, as well as heartworm. I've already allowed all of my components for my test to warm to room temperature for 30 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and open and remove my snap. And they've also provided you with a pipette. So I've got my sample tube here that they provide you with as well. Open that up and set it into my stand. I'm going to invert my blood 4 to 6 times. And then I will add 3 drops of my EDTA whole blood to my sample tube. Then I'm going to add 4 drops of my conjugate to my sample tube. I'm going to make sure to hold my bottle vertically and let it drip in. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Close my lid and invert that 3 to 5 times. And I'm going to go ahead and place it into my sample well. I'm going to make sure to be careful not to spill any of the sample onto the counter out of the sample well. And then I'm going to wait as the sample moves up to the activation circle, and once I see some coloration in the activation circle, I'll go ahead and snap the bridge so that it's level with the base of the test. The manufacturer does recommend that you use EDTA whole blood, heparinized whole blood, serum, or plasma for the test. Okay, and there is a little bit of coloration in the activation circle, so I'm going to go ahead and snap it. As you can see, the bridge of the snap test is level with the base. I'm going to set my timer for 8 minutes and allow the test to run, and we'll be back as soon as it's finished. Alright, so our 8 minutes has finished, and our test for Gideon did come back as negative for all 4. So as you can see, we've got our positive control up in the corner. If he were to be positive for any of his tests, we would have a circle in the middle for anaplasma if he were to be positive. Over here, we would have a circle if he were to have heartworm. We'd have a circle over in the bottom right-hand corner if he were to have Ehrlichia. And then down in the circular cul-de-sac area, there would be a circle if he were Lyme positive. So I'm going to go ahead and update his file in our system to say that he was negative for heartworm, negative for anaplasma, negative for Lyme, and negative for Ehrlichia. I'll go ahead and alert the doctor that he was negative for all 4 tests, and we'll go ahead and move on with the next diagnostics.